I have proposed, in the past, that the JDPON should disperse the Americans throughout the Third World instead of allowing them to remain in occupied North America. Here are some of my reasons. 1. A geographic concentration of Americans would facilitate counter-revolution. It would also be difficult to exercise proletarian dictatorship over hundreds of millions of enemies. We would need to import a huge unproductive sector of police and such from the Third World. As a practical matter, it would be better to thin the Americans out, making them minorities in the Third World, where they could easily be controlled and supervised by the international proletariat. 2. Americans will need to undergo re-education. It would be very difficult to re-educate them in their own country. They need to be in a proletarian environment, where they can learn from the masses. 3. There are land claims to settle, mainly for the First Nations, but also for Aztlan and perhaps the Black Nation. Conceivably some other nations could be moved to North America, if they wish to be, such as Nauru or the small nations in Ghana, whose land has been ruined by imperialist corporations. Americans are going to have to move out of much of North America, and make room for other nations. 4. American culture is almost totally reactionary. There is little worth saving in American culture. It would be better to force Americans to assimilate to the more culturally and politically advanced peoples of the Third World. There is also historic justice in forcing Americans to assimilate, just as they destroyed so many other nations and cultures. 5. In the early stages of socialism, the Third World will require skilled workers and technicians of various